The best way to prevent coronavirus infection is to wash your hands thoroughly and often. When you wash your hands, scrub your hands, fingers, and under your fingernails with soap and warm running water for at least 20 seconds. Make sure to wash your hands before eating or drinking or whenever you've been out in public. Remember to wash your hands before touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, so you don't infect yourself if you've come into contact with the virus. You should also avoid any contact with other people who are sick, particularly if they're coughing, have a fever, or are short of breath. According to the World Health Organization, coronavirus spreads from person to person through small droplets from the nose or mouth that are expelled when an infected person coughs or exhales. These droplets land on objects and surfaces around the person. Other people catch the virus by touching these objects or surfaces, or by breathing in droplets when near an infected individual. Always stay at least 2 meters, 6 feet, away from a person who is sick to avoid contact with coronavirus droplets. Though coronavirus is thought to mainly spread via people with symptoms, there have been reports of cases where people tested positive for coronavirus but showed no active symptoms. To best ensure safety from coronavirus, avoid large group settings and do your best to stay away from anyone who may have had contact with the virus, even if they don't appear to be sick. To protect your home from coronavirus, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggest cleaning high-touch surfaces with a disinfectant daily. Clean your doorknobs, kitchen counters, tables, toilets, phones, keyboards, and bathroom fixtures every day. According to Johns Hopkins University, disinfectant products are thought to be effective against coronavirus because of the weak outer envelope of the virus.
Jai Hind students, we are doing the lesson Applications of Trigonometry, and today we are continuing the exercise problems. Dear students, in this video we are continuing the exercise problems from Applications of Trigonometry. Okay, so this is problems from exercise 9.1. So here is your first question. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree, and from the same point the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is 45 degrees. Find the height of the pedestal. Okay, so you should read the question carefully and understand the concept after you want to construct the figure. When in your exercise also you may see that most of the problems are not having the figures. You only want to construct the figures, so that all of you read the question proper and understand the meaning very carefully. Okay, then only we can construct the diagram properly. So that is very important. So here you see what is the concept here told is there is a pedestal. Pedestal means like a stand. Okay, in this picture also you can see the pedestal, how the pedestal is. It is like a stand. Okay, it is a vertical stand, and on the top of the pedestal a statue is fixed that is of 1.6 meter tall. Okay, and you can see the pictures how a statue is fixed above the pedestal. Okay, understood? Yes. Now here the statue's height is 1.6 meter, and what happened from a point on the ground. On the ground there is a point. From there the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is given 60 degree, and from the same point the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is given 45 degrees. Okay, so two different angle of elevations to the top of the statue and to the top of the pedestal. we want to find out height of the pedestal. Okay, so let us construct the figure accordingly. You will understand. So what is happening here? Here there is a pedestal and a stand. Okay, sorry, pedestal and a statue. So let this vertical height, okay, I have constructed here a vertical height. So up to this, I am taking up to this height. This is the height of the pedestal. Okay, and on the top of the pedestal there is a statue. So assume this is the total height of pedestal and stand. So here what I have taken, so this much height is the height of the pedestal and this is the height of the statue. Okay, now what happened? From a point on the ground, so I am taking a point from here. Okay, so this is the vertical position of pedestal and statue, and from a point on the ground, so from this point, a point is there. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is here. So to this point, the angle of elevation is given. The angle of elevation, okay, that is given on the top of the statue is 60 degrees. Okay, and what is given? And from the same point, and from this same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal. Pedestal I told you up to this height. So up to this height, the angle of elevation from the same point. Okay, from this same point, so I can join the same point to the top of the pedestal. This height is, this elevation angle is given 45 degrees. Find the height of the pedestal. So we want to find this height of the pedestal, we need to find out. So this is the construction of the diagram from the question. Now I can mark this different positions, like let this height of the pedestal be this point be A, this point B the foot of the pedestal, and this point from the angle of elevation is given, that let it be C, and the top of the statue, this point be D. Okay, A, B, C, D. So we need to find the height of the pedestal. So we want to find the height of this AB. Okay, so now you see AB is the pedestal, AD is the statue, and the angle foot of the statue, that is foot of the pedestal, is this is vertical position. So this angle is always 90 degrees, and 90 degrees opposite, this is hypotenuse. Okay, when we take this big triangle BCD, this is the hypotenuse, and here this angle of elevation 45 degrees, so this is also a right angle triangle. Understand? And what is this angle? 60 degree to the top of the statue, that elevation angle, that is angle BCD is 60 degree and angle BCA is 45 degrees. So these are the informations given from the question. Let us start the solution. So we need to find the height of the pedestal, and you see the height of the statue is given. How much? Height of the statue is 1.6 meters. Okay, that is AD. AD is 1.6 meters, and other two angles are given. So using this we are going to find the height of the pedestal. So first thing we want to write the given, that is height of the statue given. Height of the statue we are given 1.6 meters. Also what is given? ACB. This angle is ACB angle is 45 degrees, and DCB, this angle is 60 degrees. So these are the given conditions. Now let the height of the pedestal that we need to find out. What is that? AB. AB is equal to h meters. Okay, so I have taken the height of the pedestal as h meters. So we need to find out this h. Now you see, as I told you, we have here two right angle triangles, and because here we need to find the height of the pedestal. So what we are using here, we are using the trigonometric ratio tan of the angles. So to find out the unknown quantities. Okay. Yes. So first consider. So I am going to consider first this triangle ABC. Okay. ABC, right angle triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABC. Okay, and here tan of 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees, you know, tan ratio is opposite side by adjacent side. So what is the opposite side here? AB. AB by adjacent side is BC. And you know we have taken AB to be h meters. So h by BC. Understand? So this implies, what is the value of trigonometric ratio tan 45? It is equal to 1. So this implies 1 equal to h by BC, and this implies cross multiply BC is equal to h. So this, let it be first result. We got BC is equal to h. Now I am taking this triangle, that is DCB. Okay, so in triangle DCB, the same way I am taking the trigonometric tan of 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees is equal to, yes, what is the opposite side of 60 degree of this big triangle? Yes, BD. Okay, so BD by adjacent side is BC again. So this implies, what is tan 60 degree value? It is equal to root 3. Root 3 is equal to BD. BD, can you say what is the height of BD? AD is given 1.6. Or you can write BD is equal to AD plus AB. AD plus AB divided by BC, we have already taken equal to h. So one more step we can write. What is the value of, yes, we wrote root 3 equal to AD plus AB. AD is 1.6 plus AB, we have taken h by h. 1.6 plus h by h. Now we got a quantity. We need to solve this, simplify. So this implies cross multiply root 3 into h equal to 1.6 plus h. Okay, now this implies, take this h on one side, root 3h minus h equal to 1.6. Here you see h is common, so that we can take h as common. So what is the remaining quantity? Root 3, here minus 1 equal to 1.6. Okay, now this implies, yes, from this what is h? H is equal to 1.6 divided by root 3 minus 1. Okay, now what you are doing, children, we need to rationalize this denominator. As you studied in previous lessons, to rationalize this denominator, we can multiply by the conjugate of this. Correct? What is the conjugate of root 3 minus 1? It is root 3 plus 1. So just multiply by the conjugate to rationalize the denominator. Okay, so it will become 1.6 into root 3 plus 1. It is common, put a bracket, and here a minus b into a plus b. So what is that? A square minus b square. Okay, so it will become root 3 square minus 1 square. So you get 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 by, what is root 3 square? 3. 3 minus 1, that is 2. Now you see this 1.6 and 2 you can reduce. So 1 2 is 2. Here it will come 0.82s are 60. Understand? So finally you got 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. So this is the final answer. If in the question it is given the value of root 3 equal to, then you can apply the value of root 3. Otherwise this here you stop the answer. Okay. So thus you got the value of h as 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. And what is this h? This is the required height of the pedestal. So you can write finally, therefore height of the pedestal is equal to 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. The unit is meters. Okay, so that is the answer for this problem. Okay, see this question. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. Okay, the angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower. So here there are two things we are understanding. One is a building and one is a tower. Okay, so here I have just drawn one vertical line for a building and a vertical line for a tower. You know, the tower will be anyways height more than the building. So this height is the tower height and this is the height of the building. Okay, and just I draw here a horizontal line, that is the distance between them. Now the angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower. So from the foot of the tower, so this is the tower. So from the foot of the tower here to the top of the building. Top of the building means this is the top of the building. So this is the building. So from the foot of the tower to the top of the building, what is given? The angle of elevation. So you can join that. The angle of elevation is given 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. Understand? From the foot of the tower to the top of the building, the elevation angle is 30 degrees. Similarly, and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is here. So to this top, the angle of elevation from the foot of the building's foot is here. So here to top of the tower, what is the angle given? Angle of elevation. So join that. So given here, this elevation angle is 60 degrees. Okay. Now if the tower is 50 meter high, so what is given? The height of the tower is given. Okay. So height of the tower is 50 meters. So this height, if it is given 50 meters, what is the find the height of the building? So you want to find the height of this building. So this is the unknown quantity. Okay. So this is the way to construct the figure. Now you can mark these points here. Let it be A, here B, and here C and D. All the 4 points are marked. Now our figure is ready. From this we need to find the height of the building. Okay. So start the solution and write all the given data first. Given height of the tower, we know height of the tower, that is AB. AB is equal to 50 meters. Then you name the angle. What is this angle? What is the name? CBD. This angle is 30 degrees. Okay, CBD, and ACB is 60 degree. Okay, so given angle ACB is 60 degree and DBC. DBC equal to 30 degrees. So we need to find the height of this building. Let us take that height be unknown quantity x. Okay. So there, let the height of the building, that is CD, that is CD equal to x meters. Okay. Now we are considering the different triangles taking the tan ratio. Okay. We have no use with the hypotenuse, because you see foot of the this is the foot of the building, so that this is a right angle triangle always. Okay. And also in a tower, that is also a vertical distance, so this is also 90 degrees. So all the time we will get a right angle triangle, and for our answer to be found out, we need to find the tan ratio. Okay. Yes. So here first we are taking triangle ABC, this big triangle. So in triangle ABC, so I am taking the tan ratio of 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite side, that is AB by adjacent side BC. AB by BC. Okay. So this implies tan 60 value is root 3. Root 3 is equal to AB we know 50. So 50 by BC. Understand? So this implies we can cross multiply root 3 BC equal to 50. So this implies BC is equal to, bring this root 3 here, 50 by root 3. Okay. So let it be 1. So we just found BC now. Now take this triangle DCB, this triangle. In triangle DCB, yes, again tan of 30 degrees. 30 degrees equal to opposite side, that is CD. CD by adjacent side BC. This implies what is the value of tan 30? Tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to CD we have taken as x by BC. Okay. So this implies 1 by root 3 is equal to x by BC. What is BC? BC is 50 by root 3. Okay. By our first result. Understand? So this implies 1 by root 3 is equal to, this becomes reciprocal. So x into root 3 by 50. So that is just to interchange this, root 3 x by 50 is equal to 1 by root 3. Okay. So we got this root 3 x by 50 equal to 1 by root 3, and this implies we need the value of x. So x is equal to 1 by root 3. This root 3 by 50 is the coefficient of x. Transposed it becomes the reciprocal. So that is equal to 1 by root 3 into 50 by root 3. Okay. So that is multiply 1 into 50, 50, root 3 into root 3, 3. So that implies x equal to 50 by 3. So we got the value of, we cannot reduce this, so 50 by 3 is the answer. But if you are dividing this 50 by 3, 3 table, 1 3 is 3, 2, 6 3s are 18, remainder 2. So if you write in mixed fraction, it is equal to 16, 2 by 3 meters. Understand? So that is our required answer of height of the building. So finally write your answer. Therefore height of the building is equal to 16, 2 by 3. Write the unit meters. Okay. So that is the answer. Now come to this problem. two poles of equal heights are standing opposite each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. Okay, so here you see there is a road, okay, and two poles of equal heights. This is a pole, this is another pole. They are equal heights, okay, and they are on either side of the road. So first pole is here, second pole is here, on either side of the road. So consider this is the road, the distance between them, and this is given 80 meter wide, okay, on either side of the road, and that distance is 80 meter. So we can say the distance between these two poles is 80 meter. Okay, understand? Now from a point between them, so in between these two poles consider a point. Yes, so this is a pole, this is a pole, they are of equal heights, they are standing on opposite each other on either side of the road. The width of the road is given 80 meters. Now from a point between them on the road, on this road, select a point, and from this point the angles of elevation of the top of the poles, that is to this pole and to this pole, the angles of elevation. So I can draw from this point the angles of elevation to the top of this pole and the angles of another angle of elevation to the top of the second pole. So this I can join, and what is given? The one angle is 60 degrees, one angle is 60 degrees, and the other angle to other pole elevation angle is 30 degrees respectively. Find the height of the poles. So we need to find the height of the two poles. As you know, they are of same height. It is given equal heights. We can take h. So this is unknown quantity. We need to find out height of the poles and the distances of the point from the poles. So this point we considered no. So this distance from each pole we need to find out separately. Okay. So if I am drawing, let this pole be AB be this pole, and CD be the name of this pole. They are equal heights, and this point I am taking as ABCDE. Yes, so we need to find out the distances of the point from the poles, that is this point from this pole, that is BE. So this is the unknown quantity, and the point from this pole, that is CE. So this distance also we need to find out. Okay, these two distances are not same, they are different. We are considering any point on the road, so that these two distances are different. Understand? So this much are the things about the figure. So we need to find out here three quantities. What are they? One is the equal height of the pole we want to find out, and the point on the road is how many distance from each of the point from the poles, that is BE and CE we need to find out. Understood? So that is the thing. So let us start the solution. First we can write all the things given. Let the two heights are equal, so we can write AB equal to CD. So let AB and CD be the height of the poles. Therefore AB equal to CD equal to H meters. Okay, so we have taken AB equal to CD equal to H meters. Also given this distance between the poles BC equal to 80 meters. That is width of the road. That is also given. Now, so we need to find out this CE and BE. Okay, so what I am doing, let us take this distance CE BX. So can you say what will be the distance of BE? You know the total distance BC is 80 given. So if you are taking CE as X, this BE will be 80 minus X. Correct? Understand? So CE, if it is X, then BE is equal to 80 minus X, because the distance between BC, the total width is 80. Okay, so that is also required. So we are taking this distance. Let CE equal to X meters. That implies BE equal to this one, 80 minus X meters. Okay, so we got all the quantities, we wrote all the things. Now you see we have two right angle triangles. This is the foot of the vertical distance of one pole. So this is a right angle triangle. Here the angle is 90 degree. Similarly here also you see the angle B is 90 degree. So use the tan ratio again on these two different triangles so that we can find out the unknown quantity X and H. Okay, yes. So first we are writing in triangle we can take first this right angle triangle CDE. Okay, CDE. Yes, tan of this angle. So in this triangle, tan 30 degrees opposite side. What is the opposite side of 30? CD by adjacent side CE. So CD by CE. This implies, what is tan 30 value? It is 1 by root 3 equal to CD, you know we have taken H, by CE. What is CE we have taken? X. Understand? So this implies, so I am just cross multiplying, X equal to root 3 into H. So let it be our first result, X equal to root 3H. Now we are taking the next triangle ABE. So in triangle ABE, yes, take the tan of 60 degrees. Tan 60 degree equal to opposite side, that is AB by adjacent side, you see this triangle. So BE, AB by BE. This implies, what is the value of tan 60 degree? Root 3. So root 3 equal to, what is AB? AB is also H by BE. What is BE we have taken? 80 minus X. Okay. So 80 minus X. Now here also we can cross multiply. So this implies root 3 into 80 minus X. So this is the height of the distance between BE, so that you want to take it together, equal to H. Okay, so just open the bracket, that is 80 into root 3. Okay, 80 into root 3 minus root 3x equal to H. Now keep the x term one side and take all the numbers to the other side, so that this implies, yes, you can write this implies 80 root 3. H I am taking to left hand side, so minus H equal to minus root 3x bring to right hand side, so root 3x. Okay, yes, so this implies, now I am just interchanging root 3x, because in the first result we found the value of x. So here also if we find the value of x, we can equate both the values of x. so that root 3x is equal to 80 root 3 minus h. So this implies, okay, this implies x value equal to 80 root 3 minus h. This root 3 will come to the denominator by root 3. Okay, so this is our second result. Now you see, in the first result also we find the value of x. Here also we find the value of x, so that we can equate the two answers. So when you equate the two answers, we will get the value of h. Okay, so that is our next step. Yes, now you see, from equation 1 we have x equal to root 3h, and equation 2 we have x equal to 80 root 3 minus h, the whole divided by root 3. You see, these two are x values, so we can equate them. Okay, this implies, yes, equate the values. Root 3h is equal to, even let LHS are equal, RHS are also equal. So root 3h is equal to, what is this, 80 root 3 minus h by root 3. Okay, now we need to simplify. First cross multiply this. So root 3 into root 3h equal to 80 root 3 minus h. What is root 3 into root 3? 3. So 3h is equal to 80 root 3 minus h. Now transpose this h to left hand side, it becomes plus 3h plus h, okay, equal to 80 root 3. Now what is 3h plus h? It is 4h equal to 80 root 3, and this implies h is equal to 80 root 3 divided by 4. Here you can cancel this 4 and 80. Okay, 1 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8, 0. So that is 20 root 3. Understood? So thus we got, therefore h is equal to 20 root 3. And what is this h? H is the height of the pole. So meters. So we got one answer. Therefore height of both the poles are equal height, correct? So height of the poles equal to 20 root 3 meters. So we got one answer. So now you see, children, we got the value of h, that is the equal height of the pole. We got it is equal to 20 root 3 meters, correct? 20 root 3 meters. We got the value of the height of the pole. Now using this first equation, you see here x. What is x? The distance between C and E. So this distance we can find out by this first equation. If we can use either equation 2 or equation 1 to find the value of x, but this is more simple. So here if you are putting the value of h, we can easily get the value of x, and after finding x we can find out what is 80 minus x. Okay, so thus we will reach the answers, how many the distance between the point taken on the road from the two poles. Okay, so that is the thing we are going to do. We are using x is equal to root 3h from the first equation. So this implies x equal to root 3 into, what is the value of h we got? 20 root 3, height of the pole. So 20 root 3, this is equal to, what is root 3 into root 3? 3. So 3 into 20, that is equal to 60. Okay, so what is this x? Therefore x is equal to 60 meters. Understand? That is CE. CE we got 60 meters. Okay, CE means the height of one pole from the point. So this implies, what is the height? BE. BE equal to, we have taken 80 minus x, that is 80 minus 60, that is equal to 20 meters. So one point is, that is 1.1 the point E from C is 60 meters and the point E from B is 20 meters. So total their difference is 80 meters. Okay, so we need to write the final answer. Therefore, the height of the pole we got already 20 root 3 meters. So this is your one answer. Then the position of the point is at a distance of 60 meters, that is 60 meters from the pole CD and 20 meters from the pole AB. Okay, so from the first pole it is of 60 meters and from the second pole it is of 20 meters. So that is our required answers. Let's now come to this question. A TV tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. Okay, so on a bank of a canal, you know, that is the flow of water, and on the bank of the canal on one side a TV tower is there and it stands vertically. Okay, now from a point on the other bank, so you know a canal is having two banks on either side, and one side of the bank is a tower, and on the other side of the bank, on the other bank directly opposite the tower, so one side tower is there, so on the other side opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degrees from one point, and another point 20 meter away from this point, that is the first point, on the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. So you see here, when you read this question once, you will get little bit confusion. So come to the figure. This question is also one of your exercise questions, and the figure is provided in your textbook. Okay, so that I have drawn the figure here. Now we need to explain the figure. So first you want to understand where is the canal, where is the location of the canal. From the figure you can see that this is the TV tower. Okay, this AB, this is standing vertically. So this height AB is the height of the TV tower. Okay, now so that is clear from the diagram. This is the TV tower. Now from a point on the other bank means this TV tower is standing on one side of the bank. So from a point on the other bank means the other side of the canal. Okay, so where can you imagine where is the canal? Okay, so here is the canal. Understand? So this part is the region of the canal. So that you want to understand. So this is the canal. Okay children, I think you understand. So this is the canal. Okay, so now you see, yes, so this is water flowing. Okay, now you see on one bank of the canal is the TV tower. Now opposite to it, on the other side of the bank, we are taking a point, and from that point the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 60 degree. Now you read the question. From a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower, that is opposite to the tower, on the other bank a point is taken, it is C, and from this point the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degrees. Now clear? Yes. Now read the next sentence. From another point 20 meter away from this point, that is from this point another point is considered, that is D, which is 20 meters away from this point. So this distance is given, this distance, that is CD, this distance is given 20 meters. Okay, so from a point that is 20 meter away from this point, what happens? To the foot of the tower, that is away from this point, on the line joining this point is joining a line to the foot of the tower, that is this distance. Okay, so on this line only this angle is forming. To the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, that is from this point, the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Okay, so find the height of the tower. We need to find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. Width of the canal means, you see, if this is the canal, what is the width of the canal? This distance, that is BC. BC is the width of the canal. Okay, now I think you understood the meaning of the question. So here we are considering the canal. These are the two banks. So one side of the bank is a TV tower, on the other side a point is taken. From that the elevation is to the top of the tower 60 degree, and one more point is considered, that is 20 meter away from C, and from there the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 30 degrees. So we need to find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. Width of the canal means this distance BC. Okay, understood? So that is the meaning of the diagram. Now we are going to see the solution. So write all the given data first. Start the solution. And you know this TV tower is standing vertically. So this is a vertical height, so that here this foot of the tower will be forming 90 degrees. Okay, so consider this as, this is the tower and this is our triangle. So here we are having a point on the other side of the bank. So this is our given figure. So this is 60 degrees, this is 30 degrees. Okay, so here A, B and D. So this foot of the tower is considered as vertical, so it is a right angle triangle. Understood? So here it will come 90 degrees. Foot of the tower 90 degrees. Okay, this is a right angle triangle. So we are having two different angle of elevations. Now we are going to find out the height of the tower and the width of the canal by using our trigonometric ratios. So start the solution. We can write let the height of the tower we can take. Let the height of the tower, that is AB. Okay, AB equal to h meter, and width of the canal. Width of the canal, that also our unknown quantity. Width of the canal equal to BC. Understand? Yes. Also what is given? Also what is this angle? Angle ADB. Correct? So angle ADB is given 30 degrees and ACB equal to 60 degrees. So these are the given quantities. Now first we are going to take the right angle triangle ABC. ABC. Okay. In triangle ABC, yes, ABC. So we can take tan ratio. Tan 60 degrees opposite side by adjacent side. That is tan 60 degrees equal to opposite side is AB by adjacent side is BC. Understand? So this implies, what is the value of tan 60? Root 3. Root 3 is equal to AB, we know we are taking as H. So H by BC. So this implies cross multiply, you will get BC, that is root 3 BC equal to H. So this implies BC equal to h by root 3. Let it be our first result. Okay, so BC we got in terms of h. Now we are taking the other triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, yes, here what is the angle? 30 degree. So tan 30 degree we are taking, that is equal to opposite side AB again by adjacent side is this full distance. Okay, this full, because this is the big triangle ABD. So BD is the adjacent side. So AB by BD. This implies what is the value of tan 30 degree? 1 by root 3 equal to what is AB? AB we have taken h. H by what is BD? BD, the total distance means D to C plus BC, that is CD plus BC. CD it is given in our question 20 and BC we don't know. So this implies 1 by root 3 equal to h by what is the distance of CD? 20. 20 plus BC. Okay. Yes, now we got the step. B 1 by root 3 equal to h by 20 plus BC. So I am writing that 1 by root 3 equal to h by 20 plus BC. So this is the last step we got. So this implies just cross multiply. Okay, cross multiply 1 into this term. So 20 plus BC equal to root 3 into h. Okay, so this much we got. Now you see from our first result, we know the value of BC we found as h by root 3. So that value we are putting here. Okay, putting here the value of BC. So this implies 20 plus BC value h by root 3 equal to root 3h. How this we got? By our result 1. Okay, yes. Now this implies make all the h on one side, that is 20 equal to root 3h minus h by root 3. I take this h by root 3 on other side. So this implies root 3. Just interchange the sides. Root 3h minus h by root 3 equal to 20. So this for our convenience. Now you see here in both the terms h is common, correct? So what we can do? H can taken as common. H into root 3 minus 1 by root 3 equal to 20. Now see the next step. This implies, you see here we can simplify by LCM. What is the LCM here? Root 3 is the LCM. Here the denominator is 1. Here root 3. So root 3 is the LCM. So h into root 3 is the LCM. Here first denominator 1. So multiply by root 3. So numerator root 3 into root 3. Okay. Already here 1 root 3 into this LCM root 3 minus here the same LCM. So no need of multiplying. 1 will come equal to 20. Now simplify the numerator. H into root 3 into root 3 is 3 minus 1 by root 3 equal to 20. Okay. So this implies h into what is 3 minus 1? 2. 2 by root 3 equal to 20. Again h keep on the LHS and take this 2 by root 3 to the other side. It becomes reciprocal. So 20 into root 3 by 2. Okay. Now you see this 20 and 2 we can cancel. 1 2 is 2. 10. So that is 10 into root 3. So now you see we got the value of h as 10 root 3. And what is this h? What is this h? H is the height of the tower AB. So this is our h. Okay. So this we got now 10 into root 3. Now your one answer is over. Find the height of the tower is over. Now width of the canal we need to find out. Width of the canal is BC and BC by 1 in terms of h, we have h by root 3. So put this value of h in this equation 1, we will get the value of BC. So that is the thing we are going to do. So come to our answer. So we got, therefore h is equal to 10 into root 3 meters we got, that is height of the tower. So therefore equation 1 implies, okay, what is equation 1? BC equal to h by root 3. So that is h value is 10 root 3 by root 3. So here what we can do? Here we can cancel this root 3. So that is equal to 10 meters. Okay. So thus we got height of the tower is 10 root 3 and width of the canal is 10 meters. So that is our final answer. So how you can conclude, children? Hence, yes, what is our question? Find the height of the tower and width of the canal. So you want to write the two answers separately. Hence, the height of the tower is equal to 10 root 3, write the unit meters, first answer, and the width of the canal is equal to 10 meters. So that is our required answer. Hope all of you understood. Complete the homework 2 problems and revise all the questions very well, children. So meet you in the next class. Thank you.